Imagine you wake up in the morning and your company's entire codebase is in public. Not hacked, not stolen. You leaked it yourself. And that's exactly what happened to Anthropic. Their code is being exposed. And the reason? Just one missing line of configuration. Let's walk through how something so small caused something so big. Claude Code is an AI coding assistant. It runs directly in your terminal. Developers use it to write code faster, fix bugs, understand large code bases. This tool is a part of Anthropic's core product. The code must be private, valuable, and not meant to be shared. Think of it like a company's secret recipe. To understand the leak, we need to understand what is NPM. There is a place on the internet where developers share code with the entire world. Millions of tools, billions of downloads used by almost every modern application. This place is called NPM. It's like a app store but for the developers. If you need a tool, you don't build it from scratch. You just run a simple command and it instantly in your machine. And here's the important part. NPM is completely public. No approval, no gatekeepers. The moment you publish something, anyone in the world can download it. Developers, companies, researchers, even hackers. That's exactly where the story starts to go wrong. To ship their tool, Anthropic use a bundle called BAN. Its job is quite simple. Take the source code and turn them into an optimized file. That's standard. Every modern app does this. But during this process, BAN also creates another file automatically, a map file. Most developers don't think about it because it's development, it's harmless. But in production, it's different. The file quietly contains a full reference of the original source code. And if it gets published, you are not shipped compiled code anymore. You are shipping your entire project in the readable form. And that's exactly what happened to Anthropic. Let's make it even more simple. When a code is optimized, it becomes unreadable. Variable names are shortened, formatting is removed, but .map file acts like a translator. It links that messy code back to original version with real file name, real function name, real structure. So anyone with the .map file can reconstruct the full code base, not partially, completely. Now let's see where these mistakes even came from. Before publishing, npm checks a file called npmignore. This file tells npm exactly what should not be included in the final package. Things like logs, environment file, sensitive config are usually excluded there. In this case, most of those protections were already in place. Everything looks correct. No error, no warning, no unusual behavior. But there was one small gap, a single missing rule, .map. And that one line was not included. And because of that, npm does not ignore the .map file. It treats them like a normal build output. So when the package was published, those files was bundled and uploaded. No alert were triggered, no validation failed, nothing break. The system behaved exactly as expected. But the configuration was incomplete. And that's the key point there. That was not a failure of the tool. It was a failure of what the tool was told to do. Now, when they publish this new version of Claude Code, at a first glance, everything appears normal. But there was one detail that stand out if you look closely. The package size. It's almost 60 megabyte. For a CLI tool like this, it's unusually large. Many packages of this type are somewhere around 5 to 10 megabytes. It's a signal that something extra is included. Inside that package, there was a .map file, and that file alone made up a large portion of the size because .map file often contains reference to the original source code. And in this case, it contains a lot more than just reference. A security researcher downloaded the package. At first, nothing seems unusual, but the size raised curiosity. So he began inspecting the content. He extracted the map file and what he found was unexpected. Instead of just mapping information, the file revealed the full structure of the original project. Thousands of files, hundreds of thousands of lines of code, roughly 1,900 TypeScript file and over 0.5 million line of code in total. At that point, it was clear it was not just a mistake in the packaging. This was the full internal code base exposed publicly. He shared the findings online, and within hours, the information spread widely across the internet. Developers, researchers, and security communities began analyzing it, and the leak become widely known. Anthropic later confirmed the issue and described it was a human error rather than a security breach. Now the important question is, does this leak actually compromise the system? The answer is no. Here is why. Cloud Code is just a client side of a large system. It follows a simple architecture, CLI to API to model. The CLI is what gets leaked. It runs locally on your machine. The job is read your file, format request, send them to the server. Think of it like a control interface. But the CLI alone cannot do anything useful. Every request it sends must go through the API. The API sits in the Anthropic server. It performs several crucial functions. Authenticate request using API keys, enforce rate limit, handles billing and access control. If a request does not include a valid API key, the request rejects immediately. Beyond the API, is the actual AI model. There is a core system that performs reasoning and generates response. It runs entirely on Anthropic's infrastructure. The model weights, inference pipeline, and internal processing are not part of the leak package. So even though the CLI code is public, the system still requires a valid API key, access to the Anthropic server, permission through the API layer. Without those, the leaked code cannot interact with the system. A simple way to understand a leaked code is like a remote control, but the TV, the signal, and the power source are all elsewhere. So having the remote alone is not enough to operate anything. These incidents highlight a few important lessons. First, a small configuration mistake can have a huge consequence. In this case, a single missing rule lead to an unintended exposure of a full code base of an AI company. Second, always verify what is included in your published artifact. File size, structure, content should be part of your review process before release. An unexpected increase in the file size can often indicate something unintended. Third, automate your release pipeline. Manual steps are error-prone. Pre-publish, cracks, CI validation, and automated scan can help catch issues like missing file filters. Fourth, prefer explicit inclusion over exclusion. Instead of listing what should be excluded, it is often safer to define exactly what should be included. This was not a sophisticated attack. There was no hack, no bypass, and no breaches. The system behaved exactly as it was configured to. And that's key takeaway. Sometimes the biggest risks does not come from the attacker. They come from the small mistake in setup. Thanks guys for watching.